Muskies on the fly. People keep asking me about muskies on the fly. When are you going to do a TV show about muskies on the fly? So me not being a fly guy, I go to the only fly guy I know, Jeff Pierce, and I say, who fishes muskie on the fly? And he says, well, there's a guy by the name of Chris Willen, right in my area, by the way. So here we are. We're going to do muskie on the fly in the Hayward, Wisconsin area. We got lakes here, we got rivers here. He likes to do that. He's got these floaty boats. Look at what they did to the front of my boat here. They got this goofy looking string all over it. You notice they're both barefooted. Have you ever seen anything like this? Well, either way, we're gonna show you the next bite.
I'm just looking for the next bite, next bite, next bite, next bite. I'm just looking for the next bite.
We'll continue to show you the next bite.
Musky fishing is filled with many different types of anglers, all of which have their own unique styles to chasing their favorite top-tier freshwater predator. However, professional angler Pete Mena, Hayward area guide Chris Willen, and fly fishing expert Jeff Pierce may all come from different styles of fishing, but they do all have one thing in common, and that's a mutual respect for the challenge of any approach to triggering a muskie to bite.
You know, it's really interesting in doing this fly fish and shoot for muskies. I've never seen a muskie fly before. I've done a little bit of fly fishing for northern pike, and I've seen times when these flies will work when nothing else does. The one observation that I have, it really falls into the patterning deal and pressured fish. These fish are caught and released multiple times. They see all different types of lures, and I'm always talking about trying different things, something different, whether it be jerk baits, you know, soft plastics, whatever it might be, switching up, trying different things that the fish haven't seen. I'm watching these musky flies come in, and it's just something different. They have a tremendous action. I'd call it more of a finesse type presentation. Should be tremendous in cold fronts and just in general when conditions are tough, but they're always moving. Even on a pause, they just kind of hang there and they undulate. Real neutral, neat presentation. And frankly, one of the real important things too is it's just not seen very often by musky fishermen. It's really a neat presentation.
Oh.
What happened, dude?
You know, I felt them when I was here, and I didn't have the set. Well, I just missed one at the boat here, and it's been casting for a while, and you know, it was a little bit of a bummer, but it brings up a good point on how we set the hook with these fly rods for muskies, because you know, you can't just set the hook with the rod like you would with a conventional tackle. You'll never get the hook penetrated through their mouth. So it's important when you set the hook on these fish to do what we call a strip set. So you're stripping your fly in, and you get a fish to eat it. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna do what's a strip set, and you're just gonna keep pulling, set that hook, point straight at it, and that straight pull right there is what's gonna drive that hook point home and get you all the way to the bend here. So you've got that hook in that fish, so then you can raise the rod, keep the tension on it, and then get that fish in.
Well, we got wind picking up a little bit. We've just had a follow and a strike in a long time out here in the lake. And Chris, this is kind of unusual. He says, hey, I got a couple of holes we can wade to and try, blow a dam on the river. So something really unique, we're gonna go give that a try. We're gonna go jump ankle deep in the water and see if we can catch one now.
Rivers and larger streams can be overlooked as key systems for muskies. With their current breaks they provide, creating other areas for predators to hide and ambush their prey. Current seams and eddies can often yield higher numbers and more concentrated bites, which means increasing your chances of success inside a smaller targeted area.
Treat these dams almost like a big rapid. You know, you've got your slow water over here, so your high percentage area is gonna be sitting along these rocks. They're gonna be facing that way because the water's coming this way. Or they'll be right here in this corner where this rough stuff is, along those edges and all in these little slack corners just waiting for stuff to go. And what's really cool is sometimes they're like hanging in that, underneath that rough water. There'll be almost a soft spot.
Yeah.
And you can kind of work your fly and you can feel it, and then all of a sudden, thump. And it's cool because they're in that big current and they're going. And this is when you get to use the reel big time with musky fishing.
So if these fish are in the current, then you want to be over there?
Oh no, I'm going to cast.
And you're bringing it right over the top of it.
Bringing it right towards
To
them.
get that reaction strike.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, it was. Tiger musky.
The next bite is brought to you by Mercury, #1 on the water. Amsoil, performance for serious adventure. Tracker Boats, fish the finest. Bass Pro Shops, your adventure starts here. Berkeley, catch more fish. Mustad, stay sharper longer. Lowrance, find, navigate, dominate. Motor Guide trolling motors engineered for anglers. Strike King, legacy of domination for 50 years. And Power Pole, swift, silent, secure.